with great pleasure that we present to you the class of 2018. May I ask that you please remain standing for the Star Spangled Banner, performed by Janelle Clovis and Tashana Michelle, Health Sciences Class 2018.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Thank you, Janelle and Tashana. Please be seated. During the ceremony, we ask that you turn off all electronic devices. It is now my pleasure to welcome the Health Sciences class of 2018 and their guest. Eric Lambert, Associate Dean, School of Health Technology and Management. Karen Mendelson. These are the folks that work for me, and they're not here, and they're working now, so they're probably in their offices. Karen Mendelson, Assistant Dean of Academic Affairs. Ahmad Malizi, Vice President, Stony Brook Alumni Association Board of Directors. John Ruth, Director of Revenue Integrity, Stony Brook University Hospital. Robert Pertasudi, Senior Associate Dean of Admissions. Corey Forcher, Assistant College Registrar. In the special seating arrangement we have here, I'd like to acknowledge Robbie Kincaid, the READY Project Director, Samantha Skubis, Department of Radiation Oncology at Mount Sinai Hospital Health Systems. I would also like to welcome many of our colleagues and faculty who have participated in the education of our health sciences students and are here with us today for today's ceremony. As Dean of the School of Social Welfare and Management, I would like to extend my most heartfelt congratulations to all of our graduates here today. This is my first graduation serving as Dean of the school, and I could not have been anticipated much more pride than I do today. I'm proud not only of your completion of the Health Sciences program, one of the most popular undergraduate programs on the entire Stony Brook University campus, nor I'm only proud of the hours of work that went into your mastery of the knowledge in your field. Of course, I'm proud of both of these things, but I am most proud of the people that you have become and the work that you are now ready to take on. Many of you will be entering the health profession at a time when your skills, your talents, and care are needed the most. Here in front of me, I see people who will be standing at bedside of patients as they make sense of their lives. Here in front of me, I see people who will be helping to interpret test results that might give a patient a renewed sense of hope. Here in front of me, I see people who will be changing the way healthcare is delivered so that efficiency and technological advancement are always driven by quality and compassion. Here in front of me, I see people who will dig deeper, work harder to find the answers to some of the most perplexing healthcare questions, and to ensure that people, irrespective of their background, location, ethnic or racial identity, disability or gender, can be treated fairly, justly for the conditions that they may face. In other words, here in front of me, I see people who will not be changing lives, but will changing the world. I hope you never lose sight of that. And as you walk out these doors today, and as you leave Stony Brook campus, I hope this knowledge and this sense of responsibility are always a part of who you are. Just as you have given us an internal gift with your involvement here in the program, you leave here with a gift that is your responsibility to help give to those whose paths you will cross in the years to come. Wherever you go and whatever you do, you will bring the gift of knowledge, excellence, morality, insight, articulation, patience, concern, all of the things that people need most desperately when their lives change for health-related reasons. These are the skills that we focus on. These are the skills that we don't take for granted, but are at the heart of our program and at the heart of the healthcare excellence. I offer my deepest gratitude to Dr. Deborah Zellitzer, who sits at the helm of a talented, dedicated, tireless, and brilliant faculty that has made it not just a profession, but a passion to train a new generation of caregivers and health providers. As dean of this school and as someone who has seen the health sciences program grow to become one of the most illustrious crown jewels, I can think of no better partnership than this faculty and the students. So I open this ceremony today, both congratulations and with gratitude. Thank you for reminding me of the ways that knowledge impacts our lives for the better, and thank you for reminding me that a better world can and must be built with everyone contributing to that goal. Thank you for teaching me that the work we do truly matters, and thank you for making all of our lives here at Stony Brook an indelible part of yours. Congratulations, graduates. Congratulations to all of your family, friends, and loved ones who made their attendance here today a reality. Thank you, faculty and staff and colleagues, for making today as beautiful as it is. I wish you all a vibrant future ahead, one of purpose matched with potential. I'm so proud of each and every one of you that I hope you will always keep this place and this day in your hearts. I hope you enjoy the special ceremony that we have planned for you today. I would now like to invite Ahmad Balazi to the podium. He will be presenting the Alumni Association Dean's Choice Award.
Thank you for the kind introduction, Dean Vidal. It gives me great pleasure to congratulate all of you on achieving your goal of earning your degree from the School of Health Technology and Management. As Vice President of the Alumni Association, I am delighted to welcome you to your lifelong membership to the association. As an alum, you will be invited back to Stony Brook for interesting lectures and exciting events, and you'll also have access to some exclusive perks, which you can find more about on our website. And maybe, when you're ready, you may wish to give back to your alma mater by supporting the students that are following in your footsteps. So, shameless plugging complete, and without further ado, on behalf of the Alumni Association Board, I am honored to present the School of Health Technology and Management Dean's Choice Award. This prestigious award is sponsored by the Alumni Association and offers each academic dean the opportunity to recognize an excellent student. It is especially my honor this year to present the award to such an impressive, inspiring, and deserving individual. The recipient is the epitome of an outstanding health science student. He's a student who exemplifies relentless dedication, unwavering determination, and inspiring motivation. He's a student who has overcome adversity and persevered to accomplish incredible feats. He is a student who works tirelessly for his family and for their future. He's a student who seeks to serve his neighbors, his community, and the world. In other words, he is a student who reflects and embodies the diverse identity and lived experiences, incredible determination, excellence, achievement, and noble service that typifies what it means to be a health science student. While this award is in recognition of an individual, it is also a recognition of the incredible caliber of health science students, by and large, you all. So back to this recipient. The recipient that we're recognizing today took a path not traveled by many. In fact, it was a path that led him to serving this great nation as a member of the United States Army's 82nd Airborne Division, 505th Parachute Infantry Regiment. It was also the surprise is probably past. The path was also one that led him to meet the woman of his dreams and start a family of 2 beautiful children on Long Island. It was a path that challenged him with remarkable adversity, and as he and his partner worked multiple jobs to make ends meet. One day, his path was challenged further. His wife was diagnosed with breast cancer, and an extraordinary period of unimaginable perseverance followed. Thank goodness, 5 years later, his wife was in recovery. But he took that opportunity to examine his context and came to the realization that he wanted to do more for himself and for his family. Our recipient made a decision, the same one you all made, to attend Stony Brook University with the goal of earning a degree at the School of Health Technology and Management. For a brief moment, let's try to put ourselves in his shoes. The last time our recipient was in school was 30 years prior. He arrives on campus in 2014, and there's a lot that's different. Instead of notebooks, it's laptops and tablets. So much has changed, but he accepts the challenges and rises above. Over his academic career, he continued to be a wonderful husband and father. He also found himself similarly serving as a mentor and role model to his student peers who sought him out for his sincerity and his guidance. I could go on and on, which I'm sure you all would love. But suffice it to say that our recipient's future seems bright, and the field of healthcare management should be grateful that such an impressive individual is joining its ranks. I'm honored to present the 2018 School of Health Technology and Management Dean's Choice Award to Lee Charles Snyder. Please join me in congratulating.
Thank you, Mr. Belize. I would like to invite Leo DeBobis, the Environmental Health Occupational Safety Concentration Advisor, to the podium. He will be presenting the Edward J. O'Connell Excellent in Health Award.
Ed O'Connell was a friend and colleague of ours. He was in the faculty in the Environmental Health and Safety concentration. He was also a full-time health physicist and staff member in the Environmental Health and Safety Department at Stony Brook University. Ed lost his battle with cancer a few years ago, and in his honor, his colleagues and friends had created this scholarship to help another environmental health and safety professional to advance in their careers. This year's recipient of the 2018 Edward J. O'Connell Excellence in Health Science Scholarship, I'm proud to say she did her internship this semester at my alum, NYU, at NYU Langone. So Catherine Swee, will you join me? Congratulations, Catherine. Let's be careful out there.
Thank you, Leo. I would like to invite to the podium Sajana Rahman, to deliver the convocation speech.
Good evening to all the graduating seniors and everyone present here tonight. I want to congratulate everyone who's in this room for being able to come and be present at this moment. This includes the family members, friends, significant others, professors, mentors, and of course us, each other, our classmates. This past year has been anything but dull. We have went through the crazy roller coaster that is health science. We all came from various diverse backgrounds who have different commitments and social lives outside of the HSC building. It all started during the summer with the nervousness of not knowing how our senior year schedule would look like. Dozens of emails to Tracy to make sure we were on track and that the enrollment email was not lost somewhere. Then came the struggle to sign up for classes with the track schedules that worked best for us. I remember I was doing my summer internship at Memorial Sloan Kettering, and enrollment was at 4 p.m. I asked my mentor if I could take my lunch at 4 p.m. so I had uninterrupted time at the computer. And just when we thought enrollment was the craziest thing, we were hit by what we realized was going to be our struggle for the entire semester: group projects. I remember asking around who was it that said health science was a breeze senior year. I'm sure everyone here can fully understand the pain that has been group projects, trying to find the time to meet, figuring out how to distribute the work, making 20 different group me's only for your group mates to leave you on red. When you want to do everything on your own, but so does everyone else, or when you are the person who starts their work at 11:30 p.m. when the project is due at midnight. Regardless of all these struggles, I guess it is true when they say that group projects teach you how to work with all different kinds of people. Being in random groups with different personalities and going through forming, storming, norming, and performing. Yes, communications class, that is a reference to you. Sometimes you weren't a huge fan of your group, but sometimes your group became like a family. Being there, making jokes, understanding the student life struggle, and helping you through the hell week of projects, exams, and assignments all due at once. I guess it wasn't all that bad now that we look back at it, but something that became a true struggle was healthcare issues. I cannot fathom at the person I became after taking this class. Everywhere I looked, everyone I talked to, every time I was lost in my thoughts, all I could think about was health insurance. Suddenly, the cute guy who's 6 feet tall didn't matter. What mattered if his insurance plan covered dental and vision. The first thing I would tell my friends would be to make sure that the job that they were expecting gave them a good plan and that their deductible wasn't too high. My friends started laughing at me, but I will be the one laughing at the end because I know that once I turn 65, I will know exactly how Medicare works and take full advantage of it. Being a health science student truly gave meaning what camaraderie is. The amount of help we gave each other is something I know we're all grateful for. Be it the group meets that kept us updated with all the things that was due, the impromptu weekend plans, the Google Drive with all the 10 different versions of study guides, the Quizlets created, the notes shared, or the fight that would all put together after an exam to the professor to get some points back. We have stuck through it all. I was a little scared coming into health science thinking everyone would be competitive, but that could be far from the truth because everyone literally always tried their best to help each other out and help spend time explaining anything that we had. And sometimes we just had an understanding that sometimes we'll all just take an L after an exam. Successes and failures both brought us closer. It is a bittersweet moment now as we have met so many different people and spent every day with them, and it's time to say goodbye. I will always be looking out for my track hoodie anywhere outside this campus. We have all taken different concentrations, ranging from clinical, to management, to informatics, to environmental, to the general public health, All very different, but all with a similar goal. We all want to make a difference in this society. No matter where we end up going, be it med school, dental school, nursing school, PA school, PT school, OT school, or any other grad school, teaching, even a gap year, out in the job market or a fellowship, I know we're ready. We're ready to use all the information and knowledge and skills we have acquired in these past 4 years. We are ready to make a difference in people's lives, a difference in society, in this world, or even if it's just within ourselves. I know there's only brightness ahead because if we can survive and thrive in a school like Stony Brook, I believe in us to thrive anywhere else. As the great Malala Yousafzai once said, one child, one teacher, one book, one pen can change the world. I wish everyone the best, and I hope we can all come together when we have achieved the goals and the dreams we have set for us, be it in 5 years, 10 years, or 20 years. Don't let time define your dreams. Work hard and keep grinding to get to where you want to be. Success is a personal achievement, and as long as you're working towards it, don't let anything or anyone tell you otherwise. Failures might happen, but it is there to teach us and to guide us, not to give up. I have met some of the most wonderful people and have grown close to some of the most amazing human beings who I call my lifelong friends. The professors, the mentors, the helpers, everyone in Health Science program who have worked tirelessly to prepare us for the life outside of Stony Brook. A special shout out to Tracy, who has literally been the savior for all of us, always trying to find ways to help us out, even when we mess up, after her multiple reminders. I have seen students younger and older than me, and it has just taught me that learning never stops. We should always be educating ourselves, so tonight, let's all use this degree that we have spilled blood, sweat, and tears for, and use it for the betterment for the world. The future belongs to us. There might be some hurdles, but do not give up. As Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Thank you to everyone, and I wish everyone a happy graduation. Class of 2018, this is not a goodbye, but just a see you later. We made it.
Thank you, Sajana. It is my pleasure now to introduce Dr. Deborah Zolitzer.
Good evening. It is my honor to welcome you to the 2018 Health Science Convocation. This event is a celebration of your achievement. Graduations, I think, bring thoughts swirling in your mind of the past, of the present, of the future, and it does for me as well. When I reflect back for the 17 years this major has been on campus, I can't believe that when it first started, 17 years later, it would be the most popular major on campus with some of the highest degree completion rates. As a matter of fact, our graduate in 4 rate is over 90%. That means half of you sitting in this room graduated in 4 years. Wow. I couldn't imagine that we'd be a feeder for very prestigious graduate medical education programs, or that industry leaders would seek us out when they want to hire employees. Health science majors are sometimes fast-tracked to employment in certain hospitals. And I'm also proud that we embrace innovation. For example, this past year, Mount Sinai Medical Center and the Mount Sinai Icahn School of Medical School approached us and said, let's collaborate, let's partner. And we have created a new, I believe, national model of radiation therapy education. I'm very proud of that. So how do we accomplish all of this great stuff? The answer is very simple. We made a commitment to each other. When you declared this major, we, your faculty and staff, committed to providing you with the most rigorous, cutting-edge curriculum delivered in learning communities. Communities that embrace and celebrate diversity in all of its forms. Our commitment to you was to embed the best practices in higher education into your major, and yes, unfortunately, that's group projects. But group projects and problem solving fosters critical thinking and evidence-based thinking. We had real and at times uncomfortable discussions about some of the inequities that exist in today's healthcare system. We had peer collaboration that developed communication skills, conflict resolution, and the ability to work together. And of course, we provided you, well, when I say we, I mean Jennifer Jimenez and Tracy Thompson, the best academic advising on this campus. The commitment that we required from you in return is simply that you take responsibility for your learning and you engage fully in the senior year curriculum. And I can say very proudly that the faculty and staff of the health science major believes the class of 2018 far exceeded our expectations. Your faculty would run into my office with amazing stories of how dedicated you were, how engaged you were in the learning process. They bragged that their capstone project, internships, papers, presentations, projects was the best, that their students and their concentration were stellar, forward-thinking. Their work synthesized all the core learning and the concentration learning, and they went on and on about you. They also shared stories on how you supported each other through the ups and downs that is known as the health science year. But you also found time to have some fun. You had ugly sweater contests. I still have those pictures. You hung out in the library talking when you probably should have been studying, but you needed the break. And of course, the senior ball. Class of 2018, as I reflect back, we had an amazing year. But let's bring our attention to the present, to this moment. Take a look at the arena. I am told that this room seats about 4,000 people. Just take a look. This room is filled with love and support for you. It is filled with people that supported and guided you through this journey. And while today is about you, you could not have gotten here without the people that nurtured you. So please, show your family and friends how much you appreciate them. So this will be the final time that we're assembled all together. And your faculty and I know that despite spending the last semester of your academic tenure in concentrations of study, you still maintain a deep and abiding commitment to your fall learning communities, which you call tracks. So many of you have shared with me that it was the first time in your college career that you actually felt a sense of belonging. So, as I call your track numbers, please stand and acknowledge the love, support, and guidance that you gave and that you received. So, let's hear from track 1. Thank you. Track 2. Track 3. Track 4. Track 5. and track 6. I believe it is essential to honor those that assisted you. But remember, today, it was your drive, your talent that got you here. I know many of you overcame obstacles this year, the loss of a loved one, struggling with your own health crisis, juggling the financial strain of having to work while being a full-time student, and the responsibilities of raising a family. But through it all, you maintained the highest academic standards. And please, as your name is called in a few minutes and you walk across this stage, be present. Honor the moment, honor what you have done. So if I started by saying thoughts of the past and the present and the future are swirling around, let's get to the future. What's next? What will the future hold? The simple answer is, I don't know. I think the only thing we can be certain about is that the future is uncertain. But we've prepared you for that uncertainty. As you look forward, I'd like you to focus on a saying that our dean, Dr. Vidal, I have heard him say for the past 30 years that I've known him over and over again. Relationships are primary, everything else is derivative. Relationships are the secret to success. Yes, use the knowledge, skills, and competencies that you gained in this major to actualize your dreams, but be open to the amazing and unpredictable surprises that relationships will bring into your professional life. Relationships are where the unexpected opportunity and the exciting collaborations are born. As you cross this stage, I challenge you. You are no longer tracks. You are no longer concentrations. You are health science graduates. You are colleagues. Not only with each other, but with the 16 graduating classes that come before you. Foster and seek out these relationships. Former health science graduates can serve as mentors, and they can open doors for you. All that I ask is that as you progress in your career, and you become the managers, the chief techs, the CEOs, that you mentor and you open doors for the health science students that will come after you. Sorry, I'm just getting emotional. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. Well, I can't tell you what the future will hold. Nobody can. What I can tell you is that having known you and worked with you, that your future, oh my goodness, I'm just looking at all of you. I can't believe it. That your future, your work, your dedication, your brilliance will change healthcare forever. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Zolitzer. Although the university degrees are officially conferred at the campus commencement ceremonies held at the main ceremony early today, the School of Health Technology and Management takes great pride in recognizing each graduates of the Health Sciences program, the class of 2018, at this convocation. We will ask each graduate to come to the platform, receive his or her certificate of achievement. At this time, I would like to invite Margaret Sherrill to read the names of the graduates.
I would like to invite Dr. Deborah Zelzer to the podium to present the class.
Before I invite you to stand, I would like to acknowledge your faculty that are present with us today. So, I would ask each person to stand as I call their name, as they are able, and they will then exit the stage and form a receiving line to congratulate each and every one of you. So, Professor McGoldrick. Professor Cuff. Professor Patterson. Professor Crapanzano. Professor DeBobies. Professor Demopoulos. Professor Witten. Professor Smith-Romaine. Professor Ruth. Professor Mancuso. Dr. Semino. And Dr. Vicken. Thank you. And if any of the other platform party would like to join the receiving line, please do so. I have another faculty that is sitting in special seating, and I'd like to acknowledge Professor Eduardo and Professor Keene. So, health science graduates, the marshals will direct you to the stage. With the first row, please stand.
Jay Abad. Khurram Abbas. Amy Abdelrazak. Mariam Abdullahi. Olawati Malayin Abershadeh. Joseph Abreu. Alicia Marie Adonisio. Crystal Ajay Danzo. Karia Ahmad. Victor Akinfenwa. Akintunde Akintayo. Mosammed Akhtar. Sonia Albanis. Jennifer Alfonsi. Natanya Allen. Christian Allen Almeida. Alexandra M. Ambrosio. Andrea Amentis. Melan Rose Amory. Aisha Arshad. Tracy Artis. Kanika Ball. Danielle Bailey. Natalie Barajas. Frank Barnes. Ebony A. Battle. Tajman Begum. Ethel Bell. Zoe Burke. Carolina Julie Bezdakova. Francisca Biu. Eric Birmingham. Stephanie Blair. Sylvia Monique DeFani Blair. Moslifa Bobby. Corey Bonilla. Nicolette Bono. Paige Barouse. Joshua Braverman. Yasmin Brown Williams. Jasmine Budd. Christian Xavier Burke. Bianca Campbell. Kevin Chow. Alyssa Caracola. Giancarlo Carpio. Heidi Carrion. Adrian Cesaris. Julie Sen. Amalia Charasulo. Justin Sardena. Veronica Saselka. Diana Cham. Adam Chan. Nicole Chan. Tiffany Chan. Han Bial Chang. Jordan Czechia. Ashley Lanlan Chan. Dana Catherine Chen. Jessica Chen. Chaoling Chan. Tammy Ann Chong. Crystal Chu. Amanda Choi. Jonathan Chu. Janelle Clovis. Christian Alexander Cole. Stallion Warcry Collins. Hugo Concha. Ariel Conti. Rachel Elizabeth Conti. Gabriel Cooper. Anna Lee Craddock. Valerie Hope Kraft. Brianna Crow. Bea Marie Cruz. Anthony DeMassa. Christine Day. Frank Del Masto. Alexandra DeMorfio. Harrison Decio. Danielle DeCoyo. Brian Dillone. Ricardo Dixon. Sarah Doñez. Jacqueline Dullia. Matthew Edwards. Taban Esmalsada. Daniel Espinoza. Kelly Estevez. Natalia Ujen. Alana Ajazi. Victoria Farasi. Yuan Fan. Melissa Lorraine Fenton. Jovan Figueroa. Lily J. Finkelstein. Christine Violet Fiore. Kelly Florio. Lizanne Fox. Sean Frasca. Elizabeth Frailer. Hunter Frederick. Nadia Gaku. Samantha Gambino. Alyssa Ganji. Alexandra Garcia. Helena Gavidia. Avery Gemma. Richard George. Christina Georgia. Courtney Getty. Samantha Gleason. Nirvana Goberdon. Ariana Gonzalez. Samantha Goodwin. Damon Graziano. Nia Green. David Greenstein. Paola Andrea Grasals. George Guerra. Kelly Annette Guerra. Jalissa Guiti. Angela E. Halloran. Felicia Hansel. Eugene W. Hihimiku. Carolyn Erasma. Estefany Hernandez Flores. Abigail Kaylee Hickey. Brianna Louise Hickson. Zakia Hallel. Brenna Davidowitz Holtz. Timothy Hong. Vicky Huang. Winnie Huang. Yamei Huang. Taylor Lee Hugelmeyer. Bianca Unault. Niara Husher. Joseph Iaboni. Alexander Yokobescu. Mahek Ijaz. Grace M. Renee Indelicato. Sonia Ithrat. Umbreem Jamil. Dominic Anthony Jenkins. Jessica John. Ashley Johnson. Jane Emma Jonas. Lanique Jones. Leanna Jones. Christopher Joseph. Priya Ann Joseph. Amal Joshi. Adoyan Julius. Terry Yorkshat. Caitlin Kalki. Stratos John Cantunis. Rubinder Chima Carr. Matthew P. Kennedy. Pema Kadro. Razia Khan. Rakib Khan. Daryl Naomi Texan Koo. William Kim. Maria Cuspos. James Cuprian. Paul Kurzina. Jennifer Lumbombard. Altaf Laki. Courtney A. Lal. Andy Lamb. David Thomas Lavin. Ivy Lee. Shannon Lee. Allison Leong. Riley Listingy. Elizabeth Rachel Leong. Jing Li. Fangbing Lian. Jamie Lieberman. Jesse John LaFavi. Janice Lynn. Zachariah Lasad. Michael C. Litorello. Daniel Litvin. Dewan Yi Helen Liu. Michelle Liu. Derek Lloyd. Victoria Logan. Matthew Liu. Angela Liu. William Lyons. Lanier Macapobre. Sarah Macon. Allinger Maldonado. Brianna Manganaro. Corinne Kathleen Mangialomini. Anas Maksud. Antonique Martin. Katia Martinez. Kimberly Martinez. Kathleen Amelia Martino. Anna Martinovich. Bruna Martins. Steffi Matthew. Paige Maddock. Tahani Maxine. Alexander Marsariegos. Daniel Stephen McCaffrey. Jacqueline McElroy. Shelly Ann McKenzie. Caitlin Mead. Amanda Medina. Lara Meehan. Floria Mametti. Pamela Meneses. Jamie Lee Merkling. Saba Mian. Alexander J. Mikolos. Tashana Michelle. Christina Mickelson. Kayla Mikolich. Peter S. Min. Mariam A. Mosen. Erin Maloney. Armelise Morales. Armelise Morales. Austin Morales. Alexa H. Morgan. Shamir Morrison. Kristen Motisi. Kaylee Murphy. Melissa Lynn Murphy. Ryan Nang. Zara Nakvi. Brandon Ing. Crystal Ing. Jennifer Ing. Cindy Nguyen. Yvonne Nieto. Christine Cassandra Nunez. Asia Olanian. James M. Oliver. Victoria Rose Olson. Yikmon Ong. Jenna Marie Orlando. Ivana Ortiz. Melissa Owusu. Rizo Palyevich. Emily Palmieri. Theodora Panagos. Anthony Pang. Jessica Panthapatu. Elsina Park. Sienna Lee Pazer. Andrea Persad. Jacob Petrus. Colby Fendler. Kang Pu. Manuel Piedra. Christian Pineda. Rebecca Rose Pereno. Gladys Portilla Cabrera. Francesca Pranito. Kimberly Preston. Corey Dallas Prezano. Shanice Proverbs. Kelly Quigley. Michelle Lee Quintona. Maureen Rahim. Monica K. Rahman. Sanjana Shafiq Rahman. Shanice Ramos. Victoria Robolo. Melissa Reyes. Josie Rivadeneira. Juana D. Rivera. Michael Rizzo. Nicholas Rocco. Bianca Dawn Rosa. Justin Michael Roseman. Kayla Rosenblum. Jonathan Sambando. Stephanie Safanti. Harish Saikara. Carol Salazar. Avisha Sanasi. Andrew Sanchez. Natasha Schuring. Deanna Schindler. Dana Lee Schneider. Jessica Schweitzer. Patricia Seck. Emilio Shah. Arusa Shah. Chayanika Sharma. Raina Shaskin. Zawid Sheikh. Rasheen Sheikh. Tuab Shiwa. Talia Schwab. Carrie Ann Sickenberger. Sumaya Sadiqa. Shania Simmons. Athena Sataris. Patrick Joseph Smith. Raymond Smith. Lee Charles Snyder. Joanne So. Tracy So. Ethan So. Rachel Sontag. Dominic Sorisi. Natalie Spence. Corrine St. Fort. Emily Z. Kate Z. Demetria Totten. Stephanie Tom. Tao Chan. Olena Julia Trojanowski. Catherine Tsui. Paolo Twassen. Taylor Van Nostrand. Jesse Morris Vardaro. Roberto Varela. Destiny Vasquez. Sydney Marie Vaughn. Jesuina Vicioso. Courtney von Bronsberg. Michael Watts. Samantha West. Sam Wang. Munifa Dana Wheeler. Nicole White. Sarah Wilhelm. Samantha Rose Wong. Jackie Wu. Sammy Wu. Wendy Wu. Xiaoting Wu. Bakis Wu Liang. Jae Suk Yang. Taylor A. Yannick. Andy Yoon. Rennie Infante. Danielle Zadie. Sebastian Zaleski. Daria Zorkina. Kenya Zapita Tobar. Ji Zan. Andrea Zhang. Ling Sheng Zhang. Andrew Zhang. Mark Zhang. Wenjun Zhang. Mandy Zhao. Christina Michelle Zuckerman. And Trinity Grasso. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause for the School of Health Technology and Management, Bachelor of Science in Health Science, class of 2018.
I would like to invite Anna Craddock and Joanne So to perform America the Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Thank you, Anna, and thank you, Joanne. I think it's probably appropriate for the graduates to turn and look into the audience here and to thank your parents, friends, loved ones for being supportive today. Oh, I think you can do better than that. On behalf of the entire School of Health Technology and Management, we thank you for being here present with us today. Will all the guests please remain seated until the platform faculty, graduates have left the area.
Gonna have myself a real good time. I feel alive, and the world, I'm turning inside out. Yeah. I'm floating around in ecstasy. So don't stop.